Hey everybody, what's going on? Hope you guys are doing good. I'm doing just great. Yes, my hair is a mess and looks pretty dirty. I just got done going for a little spin, taking a ride on my new bike. Yep, and it's about like 1:30 in the morning right now, and it's still about 80 degrees outside, so it's pretty warm. Yeah, I picked up a bike. It's got 248 foot-pounds of torque, disc brakes, water cooled, and some other accessories that I picked up that I probably really didn't need, but I got it for it anyways. So what did I end up picking up? What did I get? Well, here it is right here. Yep, I picked up a pedal bike. So what do you think? I got a motorcycle? That is still a possibility, and I have been thinking about it for quite a long time to get one. But for right now, my needs are going to be this. So yeah, I know I have another one right over there in the back. That one is a Huffy. I picked that one up for my father, and he got some good use out of it for a good length of time. But I have the seat as high as it can go, and I have the neck for the handlebars as high as that's going to go. And as you can kind of see with this one here, the seat's up a lot higher. Not so much the handlebars, not just yet. That'll be tomorrow. I'll be changing that. But yeah, it's not a very expensive bike. I remember when I was a kid, I had a Huffy All Pro bike, and although it got made fun of having that bike, all my friends had like mongooses or BMX bikes and shit like that with all the fancy doodads on it and everything else for BMXing and doing some tricks and shit like that. But the problem with that is that all my friends got their bikes stolen. Yeah, nobody wanted a Huffy All Pro, so I think I did pretty good with that. So kids used to go up to the roller rink over here when it was a roller rink. Now it's a church. And what they ended up doing is ditching their bikes in the fields behind the roller rink and come out and find them missing when, gotta say, you ain't got a lock, you're screwed. Try to keep a honest man honest, lock it up. But this thing here, it's going to be garage kept and everything, so it'll be something that I'll be going out with, just pedaling around and coming back. So one of the things that I noticed with myself, and when I say this thing has a 248 pounds of torque, well, that's me, 248 pounds. So what's been going on, and I've been basically making a lot of changes and stuff over here. If you guys haven't figured it out yet, then I don't know what to tell you. But for the past 2 years, things have been going on, and I have to make a lot of changes. That's why I haven't been doing as many videos recently as I normally would put out every week or so. And was basically kind of sitting around over here most of the time and staying close with my family. It got to be really hard to do anything myself, to get out or work on guitars, do anything basically, because I was basically sitting holding my father's hand for probably 5 months. And back and forth to the hospital and stuff. So things got a little bit crazy. And for the past 2 years now, I ended up putting on a little bit of weight again. So I got myself down to a 36 waist, which worked out really, really nice. Not quite trying to get down to a 32. I'm not pushing it, or if it happens, it happens. But I used to be a 32-inch waist before I screwed up my back. I used to work at a steel factory, or a warehouse basically, and my job was to run a 25 to 20 foot brainer machine, which is a scale and banding before shipping. And whatever couldn't come out of the pans and stuff at the machine, I had to do it by hand. So if you had like a 8-inch round, 24 foot long or 25 foot long, whatever, and a machine couldn't pick it up, well, you use leverage to do it by hand. I had a good, physique, I guess you want to call it. I had some muscle tone. I had not really a waist at all. I was pretty fit up until I screwed up my back. And what the stupid thing is, I kind of thought the heavy material that was going to screw my back up. But when I ended up, when this happened, I ran out of work for my machine and they started giving me 12-foot material. And my machine is not equipped to handle 12-foot material. So all had to be done by hand. And that's how I twisted and popped my L4 and L5. L4 disc was split or L5 was split like a pie, and L4 was bulging, and it created a lot of uncomfortable problems for me. And some of it I still have now, a little bit more than I would, rather have. But it is what it is. But not much I could do about it. But right now, with the extra weight added back on, I do feel the difference. So that's why, I figured I would get a bike, and this would help me. So it's going to be hot during the day, but at night, I got a lot of the bells and whistles for this thing that will help people see me at night. And around here, people have turned into assholes. When I was a kid, I used to wear headphones a lot and, walk around with your Discman. Well, before Discman came out, you walk around with a CD player, AM, FM stereo, cassette player, Walkman, and ended up bulky headphones or whatever, blasting them. But people would watch out for you. You wouldn't have a problem where, people would come out of the driveway or make a turn or do stupid shit. Nowadays, people are ignorant, especially when it comes to either motorcycles or bicyclists, is even worse. So instead of people, and I've seen this myself, instead of people, like say there's somebody riding their bike on the street, and he's got the mirrors, he's got everything else on there, but there's a car parked on the street. There's a car that is coming behind the person who's on the bicycle. So instead of that person slowing down and letting the bicyclist basically pass the parked car that's on the street, these assholes will sandwich that person between the two cars who is riding the bike, which could be very dangerous. And you got some stupid people or pulling out of their driveway and they don't even notice or care that there's somebody coming down the street with a bike. They think you're going to stop for them, and that's not how this works. So things have changed around here quite a bit, and luckily, I know my neighbors and my neighbors know me, so it's not really that big of a deal as far as bikes go, and they'll stop and stuff like that. And they're all old school, same way as me. And that works out pretty good. Plus, we have kids that ride bikes around here, so that's kind of a thing you have to pay attention to. So on this one here, she's got disc brakes. And when I say water-cooled, yeah, she's water-cooled. So what is this thing glowing over here that supposedly looks like a lit-up gas tank on a pedal bike? Well, it's a Bluetooth speaker. Now, I did a bunch of hunting down for Bluetooth speakers as far as something that's going to give me sound quality, volume, and be able to work with being on a bike other than having a little hockey puck mounted to the handlebars. Because the hockey pucks sound like shit, and most other Bluetooth speakers sound like a plastic box. And, I could take this one here that I bought for the garage, which is pretty nice, to be honest with you. It's cheap, surprisingly. It's, I can't remember if it's 30 watts of power this thing has, but it has a tweet mid-bass driver, passive radiator, and then on the back, it also has a passive radiator back here, a big oval one. This thing here has got some great sound to it, and it's got its own battery inside of it, so you don't have to worry about charging it up or worry about putting new batteries inside of it. You just charge it up. And it links very well with, my phone or any type of a Bluetooth device that I'm playing audio from. So I am prescribed to Amazon Music, and, it links up really, really well with all this stuff. So again, I have some idiot lights that I put on this so people could see me at night. So this is kind of the tail light, which I kind of really don't like it. The one I'm getting actually is wireless and has turn signals with it that I'm going to end up putting on the back of this thing. Because again, I want to be safe. I don't trust people around here anymore. But for the headlight, This is kind of nice. It's very, very bright. So I don't think there's going to be any problems with people seeing me. And the nice thing about this too, it is USB-C chargeable, but it has a USB out that can go to your cell phone and charge your cell phone so you're never dead. So the Bluetooth speaker here, let me go ahead and click that on. So I'm holding the camera up to about the height of my head, and this has got plenty more room for volume, so that's not turned up as high as it's going to go. You got two passive radiators, one on each side for low frequencies. You got a mid-bass driver, and then you have a 1-inch silk dome tweeter over here, kind of in this bend. This cover does remove. This is water resistant. Not so much waterproof, but water resistant more. I don't care what they say. When they say something is waterproof, I don't really trust it that much, because throw it in your pool, let it sit there for a while. Somehow water will get in. If there's a screw hole or something like that, yeah, unless it's sealed and silicone glued shut, you may have problems. And all the hockey pucks ones that go on the handlebars sound like ass. I did find that if you could take two of these and put them on your bike, you do get a stereo sound. I mean, I got the room to do so, but yeah, it's just, unless they're left and right, top and bottom isn't going to cut it as far as sound quality goes. So it's got the lights on it and everything else, so that will be noticeable at night. I won't be jamming out really, really loud at night, but at least, I'll have some tunes without having basically blocking out my surroundings, plugging something in my ear. So I got a speedometer for this thing, and when it's dark outside, this thing will light up just like it is now. This works off of satellite, so it's wireless. It is it's 138, 139. It's a little bit off from the satellite. It all depends. 78 degrees outside, close to 80. But yeah, this thing is kind of nice, and there's no wire, no cable, no magnet or anything else that goes to the front tire. It kind of works out pretty good. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing over here. Still working on guitars. I got two people's guitars that I'm still working on right now, and getting a little bit accomplished at a time, but not enough to make a video of it yet. So I'm kind of keeping things a little bit of a secret. I do let the owners know what's going on before it goes to the next steps. This way, they're always in the loop, even though I haven't made a video in a while. So this is what's going on. This got a gel seat on it, which is nice. Keep your tush nice and comfortable. I got to wait for the extender for the handlebars to show up so I can ride a little bit more comfortably. So I took this thing out. I was out for probably an hour or so, and I tell you, my legs feel it. I started feeling it a little bit in my back as well. So when I ride no-handed sometimes, so I'll end up sitting upright, and I felt so much better. So I was like, okay, yeah, I need to get the extenders for these handlebars to help with that. So I got the, it's probably going to raise it up maybe 3 inches. So it'll be somewhere like up around over here. That'll make me sit up a little bit straighter than what I was. And also too with this is kind of nice. Multi-function kickstand. Now it's a kickstand. Now it's an exhaust pipe. Ain't that something? Technology, huh? So yeah, I've been kind of like working on stuff here and there. The bike I'll be taking out at night. During the day I'll be working on guitars. I will be making more videos of guitars pretty soon. But until then, you guys take it easy. Have a good one, and I will catch up with you all later.